Go on, Emma.
Marc, first of all, really crucial to get something from that game.
Yeah. I felt first half was a little bit cat and mouse. I felt that, probably Arsenal were going to create chances more on our turnovers. And I felt when we opened up, we didn't utilise that more. So we started to go hunting for the ball, lost our shape a little bit. And then second half, Arsenal started really well, especially for 20-25 minutes. We did well. We defended really well. We had to. They had good momentum, which I'd expect. I know there's a lot of talk with Jonas going, but they've been playing well. I know you'll know that. They've been playing okay. And they're a threat. They can hit you dangerously with counter-attacks. They can build through you. And I felt we dug in and we stuck in. And then you ride that luck, and we believe in ourselves to create chances. And albeit set piece, we know Arsenal have struggled on those. So we took our chance and we moved with a point. It wasn't our best attacking display, but I'm really happy with the defensive display.
Yeah, you admit that it wasn't your best attacking
No.
display. What do you think the issues were in that second half? Like you said, there was quite a long period of dominance from Arsenal in that second half.
Yeah, I just felt that we could have been braver to turn. I think we needed to beat their player press. So we needed to, as soon as we beat them and then drove forwards, we needed to continue to do that. Then we need to change and introduce energy. Mal's coming back to return to play, so she's only got half an hour. We're obviously missing Leah at the minute. Our wingers are. So I think it was a nutritional game, took a lot out of the legs in the front line. And when we changed it, we changed momentum. But we could only change it because the availability, because of injury, was limited. But that will improve over the next few games, of course.
Sorry, just quickly, in terms of the Ella-Toon substitution, was that...
Just tactical, just to change it, just to adapt the physicality in the front line, and just adapt the way that we get out. So there's nothing to do with Tooney, it's more about how we needed to wrestle the game back. We were going to look at, as I say, we need to look at changing the front line to get more energy because they're defended really well.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi Mark. Obviously, first time your team went behind in the league this season. Today
Yes.
It's been a great start, but today, as I say, first time going behind, did you learn anything new about your team and how they reacted?
Ironically enough, it was something we spoke about as a staff and players before. We don't know because this is a team that's relatively new together, and I thought they were fantastic. I really do. It wasn't a beautiful football game. I'm not saying that. But it was sometimes the other side of the game where you show that grit, determination, togetherness, resilience. Those are the factors that balance a team. And I felt that, we play against Arsenal. And Arsenal have invested for many years, have lots and lots of history. And we're chasing that, we know that. And they step each year and we've got to make a step change. I feel we've made a step change, but these games are tight, and for us, I feel that we need to experience that today. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the fact we come out with a point.
And did so you kind of learn about how your team can react to going behind, and that seemed very good.
For sure.
Did you maybe learn anything slightly more negative in the sense of what you still need to achieve to keep progressing and become on Arsenal's level?
I wouldn't say it's negative though. I'd say it's positive. I'd say we should be learning. There are things I've learned from Arsenal's depth and squad depth that they could change the game. The increased physicality in this league is incredible, and you need to maintain it and match it. We've also got a lot of players that are playing for the first time or having the first start. And I think our average age jumped from near top to near bottom in terms of we're a young team again. So we're learning on the job. There are things I've seen out there with the ball. I'm thinking, when we've got a couple of years' experience, they won't do that. They'll be better with the ball.
And just finally, just like generally speaking around the mood around the team, the club, it's like it's still unbeaten. Came back and got a point against a kind of top 3 rival, record crowd at Leeds Sports Village today. Does it feel like kind of things are
For sure,
trending the right
for
direction?
sure. What was really interesting when they first came back on Friday into the training session, they got in a room together where we were having our meeting. And I think it was 10 minutes before I interrupted them. The energy just to be back together, and the togetherness of this team is where I had it 2 years ago, where we finished second. It was a real together, and the club are moving in the right direction for sure. And we're really ambitious. The people that are above us, the people on the ground. We're really ambitious and we want to win things. That's what we're here to do. But it feels good. Yes, Tom.
Well, I understand the positivity of being a force, but do you feel quite fortunate today to get a point?
I mean, that's football, right? You've got to stay in the game, Tom. I mean, Arsenal, you could ask the same question to us and I'll probably say that they feel like they should have won the game. And that's on them, but they didn't. And you've got to take the point where you take the point. We weren't at our best today, Tom. So I'm not really disappointed. That's part and parcel of learning. But I'm really happy that we've taken a point. It's we leave the game in a positive frame and lots to learn. So I'm happy with the way that we've achieved the point.
Please could I just check, Lisa coming off at half-time?
Yeah, she had a problem with her foot. I don't know what it is, but if you notice halfway through the first half she started to hobble. She rescued it round. I don't think it's major, but I've not found out yet. But there was an issue with her foot. Okay.
Tim?
Sorry, mate. I'll come to you in a minute. Go on.
Can I just ask about Millies? It's 150th appearance for her, and she and Leticia look like they've just got a really good connection. I mean, I know that you conceded a goal today, but that's still only 2
Yeah.
in the last 5 games. So yeah, talk to me a little bit about that.
I'd like to obviously add the whole team to that, but even like with Fallon, because it's a new partnership with Fallon, the quality, and I think Arsenal should have had a corner at the end because she saved it. I think she flicked it over the bar. Yeah, look, Millie's a unique person in a really beautiful way. She's a fantastic footballer, of course, we know that, but she's such a connective person. She connects people. She's an energy. I don't think anyone's ever got mad at Millie. It's a great character, and she's a great ambassador for us. She's in my leadership group, but also as a footballer, she has brilliant qualities. And I felt they need to stand strong today, the defence, and they did that. And sometimes you got to ride that. And so, great person, great footballer. Really happy for her to make 150th and come through the academy is a real story.
She's a bit of a veteran in Fallon. She's still so young. This is kind of her first really big year.
Yes.
The main goalkeeper. So have you seen her kind of influence Fallon? Because Fallon today, when she had a really big game, came out with some big saves, and that's a lot of confidence to show.
Yeah, she does, and I think it comes from the consistency. Somebody was telling me last week, I think they're the most consistent centre-half partnership now in the league because they've played so many games together. And I think which is credit to both of them to be available, but also with Fallon now, we have just different qualities to Mary. Just, obviously they are totally different goalkeepers. So, but they're really gelling together. They're really working hard together, and even at the end, they weren't happy with their performance today. That's a beautiful sign. They weren't happy with the overall. They're happy with the defending parts, but the attacking parts will need to be better. But it comes from a solid base. And I think Fallon will add lots and lots of quality to this team to help us grow in the future. Okay. Yes, Tim, sorry.
Yeah, sure. Marc, you selected Aoife Mannion at right back today,
Yeah.
and I know in both games against Arsenal last season you didn't have Jade as well.
Yeah.
And Arsenal had some joy in that area in both games last year. I wondered if selecting Aoife there was maybe an acknowledgement that last season United weren't solid in that position.
Yeah, I think there was a few things in that, Tim, where I felt we didn't track runs well enough. And I think if you look at the goal today, we haven't tracked Emily Fox's run into the box and she's cut it back for Alessia. So we'll be disappointed with that. So it's not even, sometimes the fullback gets caught in between. So I think it was tracking the fullbacks. Also, Jade's return to play, Tim, so she only had 45 minutes. I was only given a 45-minute timer on her. So, but I felt Aoife did really well considering she's not played many minutes. But yeah, look, you got to respect the opponent, right? Without too much respect, but you have to respect the qualities that Arsenal have, and they invade really well from the side. You see it all the time, right? So we felt today that the game might be won and lost in the wide channel, so we needed to respect that, and I think we need to make the change. We made it at the right time, I feel. Thank you, Tim.
Sandra?
Yes, Sandra. Hello, mate.
Hi. You mentioned the physicality
Yes.
and the importance of that. I just wanted to ask, in terms of Melvie Mallard and Rachel Williams together, just that combination and what they offer.
Yeah, obviously qualities, and I feel that even JC when she come in, they added impetus, they added like this freshness. Of course they do. Mal in the box is deadly, right? Mal does prefer to drift to the left, but when she's in the box, she scores goals. Rachel, I think you saw the commitment from Rachel to try and tackle with her head. That's the level that you get from them. And I felt, look, they added physicality, which frightened Arsenal's backline a little bit, maybe pulled them off the challenges a little bit. We got more momentum, more balls in the final third against Arsenal. So, They were huge, like, but that's a team game. I think, you know, Arsenal tried to put Steiner in because they knew we'd had to come so they could counter us. So it's just knowing what the games can give you and adapting at the same time. So I felt we adapted okay today, but, you know, we want to be better with the ball and be a better team with the ball, of course. Okay.
Anyone else?
Hi, Marc.
How you doing?
Alright,
Good stuff.
I know that you might not be too pleased with the performance, but overall you're still unbeaten. So what do you think it takes to keep this run of form up?
Yeah, I think we have to be better with the ball because you can't. But I felt against Brighton we were excellent. We just had this dip, and I've got to look at these dips where I need to go right. How do I affect that? But look, to be unbeaten. If you said if I'm going into November unbeaten, I'd be like, yeah, I'd take that because obviously it's in the league. But we're also played League Cup as well, so we're unbeaten in that as well. So I'd be happy that tough month. This November month is we go Villa next week, and then Leicester, then we go Everton, and we go Chelsea. So we'll see after this month. If we're still unbeaten, then maybe we can have a Corona together or something. That might be a nice point. But we've got work to do. Look, you know, you've watched the game. We're not where we want to be, but we're happy that we're still unbeaten at this point. Okay.
We need to sort that out.
I know, man. I don't know what. I don't drink. Rum. I ain't got. I'll be on my back. I can't get off a shandy, mate. Not let alone. Anyone else?
Good. Brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you for reporting. Good to see you all. Have a safe travel back. All right. Good to see you. See you later.